I don't usually do this, but this is like a particular YouTube response to Lashid for you. Um, she made a little video series on something a title called like Black Single Moms Are the Cause for World War III. And I only saw like a little bit. I saw like a little bit of the first one. Well, I saw the entirety of the first one, and I think I saw a good bit of like part six. And I just kind of listened to it. She goes into this like long tangent of how she was on birth control, and despite the precautions she had, she ended up being pregnant. I'm not really worried about that part too much. I just wanted to focus on the parts where she talks about how black single moms are unnecessarily having all the blame to everything and are the cause of the illness of the world. Um, I would like to say that um, I feel like personally, I don't like when whites talk about black single moms. Um, I feel like that should be only a topic and issue that only black people should talk about. Um, I have no problem talking down to black single moms, especially if they're doing a shitty job. Um, let's just kind of be honest, they're not doing a good job at all raising their kids, you know. Even if they're teaching their kids morals, their kids are still unable to compete with other races of people, especially men. They're not motivated to do anything. Um, especially with these boys, I'm seeing a lot of these boys. They're relaxed. They're complacent with living off other women. If it's not their mom, it's their baby mamas, or the girl. And single moms have put into their son's head that, hey, you don't need to do anything, just be a good person, just be there. If you have kids, just be there. You don't have to work, you don't have to do anything, just be there. And I see this in my community where, you know, there's good fathers out there and there's good young ones. But then like I see some that are like, why does this dude have kids? And why does this dude is patting himself on the back and he's not doing anything constructive. He's not doing anything uh, that I would consider as a role model. Um, I just don't like um, seeing single moms raising sons because I see a lot of painful things. I was on a um, Facebook group, and there was a picture of this mother and her son. Their son looked like he was 4 years old, and they were literally dressed alike. Both had on like white tees, um, cut up jeans, and like they had like a shirt that was like wrapped around their waist, and she crossed her legs, and he did the same. And it was just, everybody was just kind of going in on like, man, that kid's gonna grow up gay, feminine. He's gonna be weak. And I wanted to comment on it, but it was like, man, this is too painful. This is too painful for me to even comment. And these single moms are teaching their sons nothing tangible. The closest thing they will teach your sons is just morality and like, here's the Bible. You better learn how to catch your blessings. You better learn how to praise God this way, and catch your blessings. Know your blessings, and that's the same shit that my mom is doing too. Um, she had me. She didn't really have me. She just kind of like showed me this video of Denzel Washington at a graduation ceremony, and he was talking about how he was successful because of his mom and God. God is this like pillar of success, and you need God. You can't do nothing. It's like, okay, yeah. And it's like I'm not doing this, man. I'm not gonna be acting like I have to be reading this Bible 24/7 to feel empowered. You know, if I want to be successful, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna sit down and hope that somebody notices my intelligence when I'm not trying to do anything. I'm a go getter. And so I'm just kind of like tired with how my mother thinks because her lifestyle isn't too bad, but it's this waste of a time of you praying to this God that doesn't do shit for you. You're not happy with anything, and I'm pretty sure you're praying, you're asking for God, and you've been doing this for years, all your life, and like, where is your blessings? Where's your luxury? Your luxury life. You just think things are gonna fall off out of the sky, and you're just gonna be so happy and intrinsic and all this bullshit. I'm a man. I'm not gonna be thinking like that. I'm not gonna be sitting down and just be like, a miracle is gonna happen out of thin air. Of course, there's things that happen that you least expected, but the thing is, I'm not living off of randomness. I'm not living off of the smallest possibility that I'm gonna become a millionaire through a scratch off. But I'm but another thing why I'm really frustrated with these black single moms is how they're teaching their daughters, which is like the most critical thing that I cannot stand. I'm tired of black women and some of their horse mentalities to where like when you ask like a young girl like does age have an is there like an age limit in love, and most of them will say no. I'm like, you really think a dude who's in his 30s can truly love a girl who's like 14? That's statutory rape. And most of these black girls just be shocked, like, really? Huh? But it's like sometimes I want to be mad at them, but it's like, man, it's just that they're raised in these whorehouses to where they're seeing so much sexual malfunction going on. And there may be a male presence, but it's more like an in and out boyfriend, some child molester. You know, those end up being the main dudes getting in the house. And, that shit frustrates me, man. And like girls really don't even know that they're being taken advantage of. There's no way in hell you can tell me that a dude who is 30 can truly love a 14-year-old. I was watching Divorce Court this morning with something similar to this. Um, a girl pretended she was 17 and so she can get with this bummy um, dude in his 40s, and the dude kind of found out. He kind of stayed with her, and the relationship was really weird. She was bisexual. She became an escort, and the dude was kind of coaching her to be an escort for money, and to go on these dates with strangers on the internet. And she was talking about the judge has asked her, why do you date these type of guys? And I was like, I already know. They're more mature. They're more mature. You know, and she just said it like, oh well, I like I like mature men, but in reality, no mature man is want to deal with an immature woman or girl at that matter. These females are idiots, you know. And with the story with the show was that the dude ended up trashing her stuff. She claimed that $77,000 of was damage was caused. She only got like roughly half, so she only got like 3,000. And I was just nodding my head to this dude is that you should have known, like the minute you found out she was 17, you should have just booked instead of playing with her, enjoying the little sex life, trying to do little things. But yet, dudes still get caught up with their sexuality, with their sexual deviance, and they're stuck and trapped. But I was another thing with these young girls is that I'm watching Maury, and I forgot this girl's name. I think her name's April. I think, and her first appearance on Maury was her cousin was pregnant, and I think she suspected that he also impregnated her cousin as well. And her cousin was like 17 or 16 at the time. And the dude who allegedly fucked them was neither of their fathers. Neither of the his none of those babies were his. And Maury had asked like, "Why do you date these guys?" And she was like, "I like these men's. They're more mature." And she said just like that. And I'm like, the dude's an idiot, a bum, and you acting as if you're dealing with like a Prince Charming or something. And that's like the funny thing about these dumb chicks who date these way older men. They act like these dudes are like no. Let me rephrase. These dudes aren't even have good character. They have nothing going on with themselves, but you champion them like saying like, oh yeah, this is my much older boyfriend and he's so much more mature. Like, yeah, compare him to most dudes his status. He's a loser. But y'all swear y'all winning. You know, and that's like one reason which I feel like talking about with by these single moms raising their daughters to be whores. I can't stand sometimes seeing little black girls with babies because last year I'm seeing this girl in all leather clothes. You would think she's doing a music video or something for TLC, and she's in all leather like an escort or something, and she's holding this little boy. And she looks at me funny. I'm looking at her funny, and I'm like, "Where are you going? It's a hot 90 degrees Thursday. Nothing special's going on. Where are you going looking like that with that little boy?" I wish I said something like I wish I would have said that to her. But it just infuriates me when I see black girls, irresponsible black girls. I don't wanna hurt hurt anybody that's innocent in this situation. But I just hate seeing that shit. And last year again, I'm seeing this, but in a more larger scale, when I'm seeing little boys being babysat, and this was at a high school homecoming, and these boys are being babysat by their I guess maybe it could be their moms, maybe it could be their older sisters, a cousin or whatnot, family friend, whatever. And these girls are looking like whores, mini skirts up to their literally. you know, way, way, way up there, so close to their waist. Dressing real stank and scandalous. And I'm just nodding my head, man. It's like these single moms are failing. They're failing their daughters. They're not even raising them to be respectable. And now you have these kind of these feminist single moms who want to rationalize and stupidity and ratchetness. And I was watching I was watching True Life, and they had a segment called slut shaming, and they were. I'll make another video about this separately, but I just want to hit on the black girl because there was one black girl that was involved, that was in the show, and her situation was that she's a recent college graduate, lives with her mom, and she's dating multiple men at the same time. Her brother doesn't like that, and so he forbids her from seeing his child, and she feels some type of way. Hence, of course, she's dating losers at the club. They showed one dude. The conversations she has are boring, irrelevant, and she's bored herself. And so she's dating like eight dudes, and like she lose interest in them within 5 minutes. So she's going on these pointless dates for no fucking reason. And but this girl, she feels some type of way, and she sees one of her, um, I guess, mentors from church, because she had a very promiscuous past. I think she lost her virginity at the age of 13 or 12 because she was molested, and that kind of got her into the typical spiral of dating older men, adults, acting promiscuous, blah blah blah. And so okay, back to this meeting that she had, and this older lady was like, she could be in her 50s, and her nickname was Mama Red. Little ghetto names. Um, and so she tells Mama Red about the situation with her brother. Keeping her away from her nephew. And Mama Red's like, oh, that's stupid. You can date all these men that you want. He's giving you stupid standards. Like if he tells you, and she says this stupid comparison. She makes this stupid comparison of like, if he tells you to wear your hair short, are you gonna do it? Is he saying like, you can only see his nephew if your hair is short? That's stupid. He's not you. You can do whatever you want. And I'm like, my God, this is a 50-year-old woman mentor in the church co-signing whorism and ratchetness within the black community. Nobody is stepping in. Nobody is doing anything. And it this frustrating. I wanted to throw the fucking remote at this bitch. I'm like, are you seeing the type of guy she is going on dates with? These are losers. She even loses interest in these guys within 5 minutes. She asked one dude, what you want to do with your life? The dude's like 25, about it. He's talking like this. I don't know. I just do whatever, whatever comes up, whatever comes up, comes up, I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't nothing. And he's just talking, mumbling, clueless on what he wants to do with his life. And the nigga's 25. Clueless. Typical bum in the street. Clueless, just club hopping. The dudes she dates are losers. They're not even in school probably. If they are, they're probably in some kind of rundown community college trying to get a bullshit degree. it frustrates me because we have now this, because of feminism, you have black single mom feminists going on YouTube or whatnot, going on to these colleges, talking about, oh, you can be as sexual as you want. It's so stupid that a man can call you a slut when he's doing the same thing. And it's like, okay, forget it. A lot of dudes aren't getting bodies like that. They're not having a lot of sex like that. There's plenty of dudes on YouTube who are complaining about not getting any, and there's dudes I know who aren't getting any. But yet, females wanna look at the like the few 30% or 40% of black males and just be like, they're sleeping with all these women. No, how come I can't do the same? And I'm like, okay, equalizing stupidity. Okay, equalizing stupidity. And I don't know if you let's treat for you are are co-signing this kind of stupidity. I mean, I'll probably have to watch all your videos from one to 6 or 7 to 8 or however long you made it. But I'm just saying, they're not that evil to create World War III, but they're becoming a nuisance. Okay, their daughters are becoming whores. They're failing their children. Their sons are incapable of creating a patriarchy, creating black economics. And somebody, a man at least, has to step down and put their foot in somebody's ass to make a point and say, hey, this shit ain't tolerated.